Hello, and welcome back to Hope Beyond the Broken. We're so excited that you guys have decided to come back and join us this week. Please share, subscribe to our channel so we are able to continue to bring this positive feedback and positive stories to you. It is so exciting that we are able to share different people's journeys. So please join, subscribe, share this with someone, and now to the next episode.
And then at some point I passed out. So when I first woke up on the ground, um, realizing and opened my eyes and looked around and realized that I was still alive, it was the greatest moment of my life. Like it was the thing that was the drive. That was it. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful to be alive.
Yeah.
Because I really thought that was the end of it. So
Right.
I never dwelled on what happened. It was, what do I do with it from here?
Exactly.
I was just so excited to be alive, and that has not changed.
Yes.
I'm really happy to be here, and
Yes, we are too.
Thank you. So I just had to make the most of it, and that's the God's honest truth. I think the only thing that I got upset about was, at the time I was into Hondas and racing and things like that, and I found out a day or so after I was in the hospital that he had stripped my car of all the good stuff and blew it up with Molotov cocktails.
Oh my God.
I shed a couple tears over my car, which in hindsight sounds so ridiculous, but yeah, so that's it. I was a little upset about the car, but other than that, I was just so happy to be alive and so fortunate. So
happy to be alive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that we can take from that it's really in the perspective,
Yeah.
right? I know we all go through something.
Mm-hmm.
You can call it drama, you can call it traumatic, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but we go through something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that over time, that's what I've learned is perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you're not supposed to feel. Yes, you can feel, you can, but you also have to process, and you have to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, of whatever that circumstances look. And it may look dire, it may look crazy to you, it may look like there's not a way out, but there is an answer out there for it. And so one of the things that I encourage people, and we encourage everybody, yes, perspective, keep your mind open, get surrounded by the right people. If you have faith, lean into your faith. I was talking to you even earlier today, sometimes people misconstrue what faith is supposed to look like, but faith is supposed to be a personal relationship with the Lord, and it looks different with everybody.
Right.
And so not everything fits for everybody. And so if we can, and this is me and Sarah's perspective, if we can meet you there, right, and just kind of usher you into a place that it's okay, it's a safe place for you to reach up to the Most High and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. Just be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that in those moments like that, whether it's a trauma that is so significant or any heartbreak or anything like that we're going through, there is going to come a time that I want to encourage people to know that there is someone you can call on.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes there's circumstances where there is nobody literally around you can call on. But God can make a way where there is no way.
Exactly.
And so we're so happy that you're here with us. We're so happy that you have leaned into those areas, right? You say you're stubborn, yeah, but hey, this is where it's gotten you. You know what I'm saying? And so you've learned how to use those skills and those things, those personality traits and stuff for your for you to grow as a person and everything that I've heard, whether it is your young daughter and your business, your relationship, all of these, whether you see it or not, these are little fruits of your obedience. Even if it was the hard way, but then eventually you said okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and I think we all are very stubborn
like
and we're hard-headed at times.
Sure.
At the end of the day, we've all gone through our go-through, and we have to go through those moments to actually grow and become who we are.
Yeah, we're meant to be.
So,
and stuff like that.
definitely.
So thank you for whatever it is that you're doing is bringing you to us with all of these good things.
So what legacy do you hope your story leaves for others who are still trying to rebuild their life? And that's based life, business, anything.
Gosh. I love when you ask those hard interview questions.
We try.
My legacy. I don't think of my life in these terms. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. I think that no matter what, people can just keep pushing forward. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, as you said. I feel like you just have to keep going. I feel like it's very important for people in general to seek healing for
Right.
your own personal issues. I think that that is hugely important. Always put yourself first. Always put your mental health first. Seek healing, and it will bring you peace. Sometimes you do have to cut out negative people and negative things around you.
Yes.
You want to keep the peace around you, or stay in your peace. Cut out things that take you out of your peace. And it helps you a lot to be able to align and focus and move forward. I'm speaking from completely personal experience.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a huge obstacle to overcome in life. I tell people this all the time. I know it sounds so silly, but I'm like, therapy. Anytime I'm having a conversation with somebody, especially when they're going through a lot of really dark things or crazy things or toxic relationships or whatever, I am the first person to say, like, I hope that you might seek therapy or look into therapy, because it really does help and change lives first and foremost. And then just removing all those toxic negative things from your life that are causing the issues, no matter what it is. And it helps people to move forward that way. I feel like that's probably the best advice I can give. And then just to keep moving forward and use your failures as it sounds so cliche, like a stepping stone. It really is true. There was a time in my life when I was really, really disappointed that the path that I had set out for myself, I kept hitting roadblocks. No matter how many times I had kept trying to go in this direction, it just wasn't working. And it had not dawned on me for a very long time that maybe that's because this wasn't the path that was meant to be. Because I'm hard-headed, I just kept thinking, no, I'm going to do this no matter what. You're whoever you is, you're not going to allow, you're not going to stop me from this. This is what I want, and I'm going to do it.
Right.
And honestly, it wasn't really what I wanted. It was just I just picked a career and I went with it because you're supposed to have a career, but it doesn't mean that it can't be something that you really love.
Exactly.
So do what you love and not what you're supposed to do, and not what's expected of you. I think that's very important as well.
And I think also you saying that it's important also to accept that time goes on, life keeps going, and we keep getting older and we get wiser, and it is okay to change careers. It's okay to say, something, I tried it and it didn't work. Or I wasn't able, like, for example, me, last year, I had started the boutique online. I love fashion. I love all that type of stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start this. And I'm like, I know there's going to be a lot of work. But the first year was good. But then I was like, I don't have the time to be able to do a boutique online. You have to be constantly 24/7 online, revamping your store, getting new products, spreading your stuff in every different platform you can think of. And I was like, something, this is hard, and I don't like to give up on certain things. Like, if I start it, I want to finish it. And I was being so hard on myself. I was like, I am not going to give up on this. But then I was like, something? I said, I'm not going to continue doing something that takes away my peace. So, something? I can say I tried it. I won't say I would never go back and try it again, but I have to make this decision to close the store for now. Why? Because it's not being beneficial for me emotionally in any kind of way, financially or anything. So I'm not going to give the best of me in this business. So it's okay to try and say, something, I'm going to accept it. It's not the time. Or this is not, I'm going to move on to something else that maybe is where I need to be at that moment. Yeah. So, that's definitely a great thing for you to see it that way.
Yeah. I think we were in a meeting, with a group of guys, which that podcast is coming. But we were in a meeting with them, and they're in the children services field. And so we were just having a conversation, and I had just barely mentioned that I always had a dream of opening a girls group home. I have like notebooks of the vision that I have for it and stuff like that. And it was a really big passion. And I think I've talked about it before. It was a really big passion of mine. And then when the realization of what was needed, the big numbers, I was like, I can never do that. And so my prayer became, God, if you want me to do this, then you're going to have to provide. Because that's something that I know I absolutely cannot do. You know what I'm saying? But in that, I was getting so stressed out about it because I made it my possession. That's what I wanted to do, that it was really taking an emotional toll.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to step back, but I don't want to feel guilty that I'm not doing it. And I haven't taken the website down. I haven't taken none of it down. It still has its little social media, and stuff like that. I really don't post on it or anything like that. But in this meeting, one of the guys kept asking me about it. If you decide to go, it is hard when it comes to girls. And he kept saying it, and I'm like, okay. But I'm like, I don't think that's what we're here for. But I knew his intention and stuff like that. But God used that in the moment, because at one point I said, you know what? If God gave me that vision and gave me all those details, maybe I'm supposed to just gift it to somebody that has the capacity to do it.
Right.
The minute I said that, the Holy Spirit said, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost like a wink, like, and then even the security, that, because I was also at the beginning of starting that business, I was like, because I've always been afraid of failure, and things have failed, and just doing it by yourself and all this stuff and all the finances, everything comes from you, and how to do it and everything like that. It was just the fear of it all. But I was able to walk away from that. And I think my follow-up prayers after that was like, God, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to do it as long as you allow me to do it. But if you tell me to make a hard pivot, I'm going to make a hard pivot. If you tell me to stop, I'm going to stop. But if you grow it, it's because you're going to get the glory. And I'm going to tell you that in that process, I got a job that was not mentally stressful for me, that allowed me to be creative and work on it. God then took away my weekend job and my night job. And I was like, okay, where's the money coming? Because this is how I'm feeding now this new passion of mine. Not new, but something that I have a passion for and everything. And I'm going to tell you that every time I've had a need for the business just to keep it going, even though I have not made $1 from it, to invest in this, God has always provided. Here's the 150, here's the 200. And just money be coming from places I don't know, because I was not expecting it. I didn't work for it. But to me, I just took it as, you know what, I'm just going to keep in this, and I'm not going to hurry myself, and I'm not going to put an expectation. Like, yes, I have expectations of what I would love for it to look like. Would I love to do this all the time? Absolutely. Because I love food, and I love making food look pretty, and I like talking to people and socializing with people and making people be like, oh my God, I love that. I love that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or make you cry. One or the other. It works for me. But, it just in doing that, though, it was like, okay, you learn something about yourself. But one of the things that I always tell people, just because you learn it, now adapt it. Like, it changed my perspective, even of myself, because now in other areas, I could be also release it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't. Instead of be like, oh, I'm just going to be devastated about it. Because to me, that was a shutdown for years. You know what I'm saying? Because I would not even think of another idea that I would even work on. And so I think that in everything that we do, it perspective.
Yeah.
The change of perspective is very important. And everything like that. It started getting windy outside. Sorry. I can't even like the thing, because even my eyes, you couldn't see it, but my eyes went, what the heck? I'm just, it just comes to tell you, you know what I'm saying? I've known you for probably maybe as long, almost as long and everything like that. And you've always been this person. And so I am so grateful because even whenever you've gone through stuff or anything like that, you always come on the other side with so much enlightenment.
Yes.
And that's what we want. We want people, it's okay. It's okay to pivot. It's okay to refocus. It's okay that it didn't work out. It's a safe place that we can just be like, I can't believe it. Have whatever you need to say, and then be like, but I guess I'm gonna try again, or just have people just walk you through that process. And so I know that you've been an amazing friend to Sarah in moments. it's just a testament in the way my nephew is with you and everything like that. And just even in our relationship, when we just talk like we just know each other. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I love that.
She's an easy gal.
Yes. And I'm so grateful. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you the same thing that I was telling you off the camera. You know what I'm saying? There's just blessings that are going to be attached to your kindness, even in your business. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what is going to happen is that when you do the things of kindness, you're going to reap the reward on the other side tenfold. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize. Because people are going to be, they're going to come out of their way to bless you. You know what I'm saying? And you bless somebody over here, and somebody not even related to that is going to bless you on this side. And it's going to happen, and I'm telling you this on this side, it's going to happen to you, because I got the chills. It's going to happen to you in every area of your life.
Well,
You know?
I certainly love to hear that. It's not at all the reason. I don't ever do things because I'm expecting something back. That is the furthest thing from my mind. But if that happens, of course, that would be wonderful.
And also learn how to receive it. Receive it. It's important, because we're very much alike when it comes to that. We want to give, but it's hard to receive. Or even to, like, when we're talking about, even talk about ourselves or anything like that.
Amazing.
So exactly, you are. So
okay, if you say so.
You are. But definitely just learn how to accept it and enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor. In every area of your life.
And I think to expand.
Hi guys, that was so amazing. It's just a testament of working hard and being able to find where your niche is, right? We have difficult times, difficult situations, but we can turn it around. We just need to have faith and perseverance. So please go ahead and like this, share it, and we will see you next week.